Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is pretty sad. Somebody who feels like they have failed or fumbled a great love of their life. We've got the Six of Wands in the reverse, Ten of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse. So, to be honest, depression or maybe even a little bit of like self-loathing, which is not something I usually pick up on, but this is, I can't believe that I treated this person this way. This was like the best thing that I had going for me, and I ruined it. So, I would point out that the King of Cups in the reverse does not mean that we have to be dealing with a man who's upset. This is just energy, but in particular, King of Cups in the reverse is pulling on some emotional immaturity energy. So this is about not knowing how to deal with this and also not knowing how to deal with the love, which is why they lost it. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of magenta. And I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope you have some good weather. And if you're interested, I do offer personal readings. I'd love to do one for you. My email address is in the description box, but it's just wickedonestarot@gmail.com. And in the description box, you can also find my second channel, and that's not tarot related, by the way. And you can also find out how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. All right, this is the Cats Rule the Earth. What else do we have? Four of Pentacles. Wow, the Emperor. And the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Oops. Ace of Wands. So this person's looking at you and realizing that you must be a little bit less upset. They feel like it's really difficult for them to put on a brave face and pretend that they're not heartbroken. They feel like they have to maintain like a smile on their face or make sure everybody is assuming that everything is fine because they have this reputation for moving on quickly. They have this reputation for always having somebody else interested in them. And I don't know, I guess they just view it as it would be seen as something they could get made fun of or something that makes them look weak. Or, you know, my friends told me I should have left you a long time ago, so I don't want them to feel like I'm still heartbroken over you. Four of Swords. So I've pulled 5 cards here, and 3 of them are the number 4. So that could be an important number for you. And then the 5 of Cups in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. This is somebody who feels like they've lost their power, like they've lost their mojo. They lost their ability to recover quickly. I would compare this to when you lose that ability to get super drunk and not have a hangover. You get to a certain age and it's like all of a sudden it's that much more painful. This person, they're looking at you as like the liquor that actually caused them to have a hangover. Now, I don't know how to like stop thinking about you. I don't know how to get interested and stay interested or actually be interested in another person. But they feel like you're not the same. They feel like you're doing better than they are. Page of Swords, Page of Wands, 8 of Cups, and the Empress. They want to come back around. They want to communicate to you. This is someone who wants to express emotions. With the Empress, they want to show you their softer side. Page of Pentacles, the Devil in the reverse, and the 6 of Cups in the reverse. The problem is there's still some immaturity here, right? I was picking up on emotional immaturity. So they struggle when it comes to communicating those emotions that they're feeling. Maybe they're a little bit more comfortable with the angry emotions, right? Or the I'm attracted to you. Good morning, Grindhard. How are you doing? Aw, that's sweet. I would say it's probably good to pull back a little bit. I don't want you to end up in a situation where you're getting used for money, you know? It's happened to a few people that I know. Let's see. Do we want to stick with cats? I think we'll stick with cats. This is the Weird Cat Tarot. Nine of Swords in the reverse, Six of Wands, Devil in the reverse, and Seven of Wands in the reverse. Now we have all this fire energy coming through. And we just had the Devil in the reverse. The Six of Wands is really loud. This is like they're hearing news of you doing well. That you're not in the Nine of Swords. You're sleeping just fine. You're doing well. You're getting over it. This like wounds them more. This makes them feel even more like, why isn't this working? Why can't I get over this? They're getting over it. King of Cups in the reverse again. So this person could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Does not have to be. But they are quite used to being either chased or sought. Kind of like a prize to be won. And never really giving in to anyone. And at this point, it's like they're feeling what other people feel when they deal with this person. Oh, well, I hope you have a good day. Aw, don't be so worried. Did I say hello to Aqua Beauty? I hope you got my email. Maybe you responded. It's got a little notifier for me over there. Nine of Wands and the King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. This person feels like you've been able to protect your peace, that you've been able to move on, but they're only attempting or like trying to pretend, right? Maybe they've been successful. Maybe there are people who are looking at them like, oh, everything's fine, right? That person, they don't get heartbroken. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Cups in the reverse. Again. Why are you so independent? They want to know. They thought they were better suited for this. They thought they would get over you. But I think it's actually the fact that you're not hung up on them that is getting them obsessed with you. I don't even feel like you're trying to get them obsessed with you. You're just like, whatever, didn't work out. I'm going to be over here. See you later or never. It's like they're wondering if they've lost their touch, if they've lost their riz, their mojo, like I said. Lovers in the reverse. Why aren't you choosing me? Why aren't you chasing me? Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is someone who's getting a taste of their own medicine, I guess. But it's different. It's like they're understanding more about how other people feel when they, like, the people that they have ghosted or walked away from, they're starting to understand the effect they've had on others. But I don't feel like you're being manipulative or trying to cause this trouble. I feel like you're just genuinely focusing on yourself or like moving on, right? This is the Golden Art Nouveau. What else do we have? 10 of Wands, the Moon, 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords, and 10 of Pentacles. It's like, what I'm seeing in my mind is someone who has like a bag of jewels and they drop it on the floor and it goes everywhere. This person's like, how did I lose this? How did I not realize what was going on here? They were lying to themselves about the feelings that they felt, trying to minimize them or make it seem like it wasn't that big of a deal. But as they go to try to get interested in other people, it's like, that, no, no. 9 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Why do I still compare everyone to this? I don't know. I kind of want to call you the Magician, but it's only because you've been able to do something that they can't, and the Magician came out in the reverse. They're looking at the person who walked away as everything they wanted, but they don't know how to have it. They don't know how to pursue it. They don't know how to level things up. So I feel like for many of you, this person's talking to somebody who's in a long-term relationship. Like, what do I do? For some of you, this person's not talking to anyone. They're just trying to get it. 4 of Swords, being less social, spending more time alone and thinking about what needs to change, realizing that they feel like they are behind in terms of where they should be in their life. They've prioritized the wrong things, made the wrong decisions, thought they'd be happy with what they have or the life that they're living, but they really aren't. They feel like it's fake. So I do think this is someone who's thinking about taking an impulsive trip. So if you're at a distance, then I'm going to find a way to go visit you. If, I know you've always wanted to go to name a place, they're going to be like, hey, you want to go to name a place? This is maybe a fantasy and maybe what somebody actually does, right? Because I do think that this is an impulsive person by their nature. And they're starting to feel like maybe they won't be able to just like get over you. Maybe it's just going to be difficult, right? So we have leaderboard, water level, and locked door. Making the leaderboard means you're now highly visible. And I feel like this is you. People might be talking about your achievements and recent rise to success. It's healthy to celebrate our wins, so take a second to do so. You look really cool right now. I love these cards. Hey, Redbeard, how are you doing? And then we have water level. The developers are taking you out of your element and encouraging you to explore what's hidden beneath the waves. The wild wets can be a dangerous place for anyone made of meat, so be sure to trust your instincts. Now, we're talking about water and the wild wets because water is emotion. This person is not comfortable. They're emotionally immature. So dealing with talking about emotions or processing emotions, these are things where they're like, no, I don't want to do that. No, thank you. Locked door. Your party has come upon a mysterious locked door. What do you think? You could risk your last lockpick or see if there's another way around. Free will can be so hard sometimes. Listen for the little voice. So this is someone who's trying to decide, am I going to switch it up? Am I going to go for what I want, even though it's out of my normal operating parameters? Am I going to go after love, or am I going to try to convince myself that I'm not and continue to be miserable? Local co-op. It's easiest to work together when we can collaborate on the physical plane. Working with others can be a means to growth and progress for everyone in the party, as long as we all share a vision. So this person's trying to figure out, if I were to express my emotions to you, probably, surprise visit you, right? And knock on your door and say, hey, I think I fell in love with you. Could we like maybe hang out again? If we join forces, do we have the same vision? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of life do I want to live? They're starting to feel like what they need to do is analyze what they would be sacrificing if they don't pursue you, if they don't find some opportunity to express those emotions to you. Hello, James. How's it going? It's true. Oh, that's perfect, man. I hope Jess finds that comment. This is the Voyage of the Soul. Serenity, ease, tranquility, peace, drift, silence. Vivid, imagination, lucidity, creativity, visions, clairvoyance, and leadership. Teacher, guide, entrepreneur, sharing wisdom, and global. See, we have this sharing wisdom card and we have the Hermit. I feel like this is someone that they talk to, and this person's like, so basically you're in love and you're hiding from it. Why don't you go talk to that person? Why don't you at least try to be happy? This person's like shaking the, what are we calling you? The King of Cups in the reverse. Like, why are you just pretending this isn't a problem? Why don't you just go talk to this person? It sounds like you love them. It sounds like they brought you peace. It sounds like they made you happy. Like, isn't that a good thing? No, it's terrifying. Ew, I want to run away. And this person's like, no. That love is a good thing. Yeah. Hold on, pull back. Reminding this person, hey, King of Cups, you feel this way because you miss this person because they made you happy. Maybe they really only see how things could go wrong and they don't know how to envision a healthy relationship. And this Hermit is helping them with that. This Hermit is saying, no, this could actually be a beautiful relationship if you stop running away and learn how to process those emotions, right? Hello, music. Hello, BMF. Hello, Capo. Hello, Steven. Hello, Lightning. What's going on? So now we have this person getting real deep with it. Okay, now they're thinking to themselves, what do I really want to do in 5 years or 10 years? Where do I want to be in 20 years? I don't really feel like I've got real friends or like the best job. They're like analyzing all of the departments of their life. They've got one good friend, clearly, or maybe this is a family member, but someone here is saying, what are you doing? Go be happy. You were happy with that person, right? Why are you running away? So advising them to go where that compassion is, right? All right, so let's get a few from the Love Oracle. You appreciate your Hermit? Yeah. Well, I think it was Jim Carrey that said, being alone is dangerous because you can get addicted to it. So this is someone who likes to ghost. This is someone who likes to disappear. But this last time, they were not the one who disappeared. Now, maybe that's because you all have had multiple chapters together. Maybe this is because you were the first one who didn't tolerate their crap. But now they're wondering why they're like feeling so rough about this when usually they're able to move on. They're wondering if you've put some sort of a spell or a curse on them because this is so unusual for them. They don't normally miss people. They're able to get over people very quickly. They just hadn't met someone like you. Hello, Daniel. I agree with you on that. Communication can solve a lot of problems. So we've got exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. They feel like they can't get over you. It's just impossible. They've tried everything. Now they're wondering if they should pursue you, but there's still toxic energy here. You're thinking, I'm probably better off because that person is afraid of those emotions. That person doesn't talk to me about their emotions. So how would we be able to navigate the difficult waters if you avoid people when things are tough, which is exactly what they're doing right now. So if they were to come back through and express these emotions to you, if they were to knock on your door and say, hey, I want to be with you forever and ever, they're worried that you would think, I don't believe you. They're worried that you would reject them or walk away, or, that you've already basically done so. This person could have fears of abandonment that stem from their childhood. We've got resistance. They have been suppressing emotions for almost their entire life. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? Influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. So the friends that they have around them are not the best of influences. They know this. These individuals tend to encourage, I don't know, maybe more of like a party lifestyle, or pretending that, everything's about money and likes and whatever. They're chasing the wrong thing. And I think they're starting to realize maybe they need to reassess that decision or that path. We did have the purpose card come out, and I think this hermit, their good friend, has basically said, well, like, what do you want to do? Like, what are you doing with your life? Are you gonna go somewhere with it? Hello, Laura. How are you doing? Hello, Lee. How are you doing? Let me write you down. I'm probably going to do that on the next reading. Hold on. Where did I put? There we go. Because I do have the lawnmower dude coming through in a little minute here. But I will put that on for the next one, if that's okay with you, Lee. Yes, lack of self-awareness, Renee. Good point. It's a big deal to know where you're at, how you feel, what do you want down the road, how do you navigate those waters. We've got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, someone who I think kind of breaks down. There's a moment where they feel like they need to keep up a mask or some sort of like presenting to people like everything is fine to their friends or coworkers, but they break down. Something makes them cry or lose their temper. And they realize they really miss this person they love. They really miss, I wanted to call you the magician. So they feel like you are able to get through difficult times. They think you're very strong. And they're the King of Cups in the reverse. So they feel like they have a lack of control right now. They feel a lot of anxiety over what's going to happen. Will they ever get over this? And I feel like that anxiety is feeding into that like impulsive energy that is making them want to just come towards you. There may have been like some sort of awkward situation or reaction if they did show a little bit of emotion to their peers. They could have also basically said, screw you guys. We ain't friends. They might have a big falling out with people as they realize that the energy just isn't really what they thought it was. Like, I don't want to be around all of you people. Like, I don't like you people. I think they're realizing they need a different community. So the Magician came out. I'm telling you, that's your energy. You have turned this person's world upside down without really even trying. And I'm not saying that to like delight in somebody's anxiety. It's more so change is really important for us. And it's not just like, hey, out of your 85 years of living, we really need you to make this one change one time in your life. Life is about change and how well you adapt to it. If you can get to the point where you roll with the punches and you make a good joke after it happens, you win. You win at life. This is somebody who doesn't want to change. This is somebody who has wanted to fit a certain mold or be seen a very particular way and stay like frozen in time. And you came along and you're like, hey, what's up? You look like you're frozen. Boop. Why don't you grow a little? Why don't you live a little? Look around you. You're doing the same thing over and over again. Try something different. Bring your specific energy to the world. Do something. Because it's like they're trying to be a copy, right? Hello, Illuminati. How are you doing? So the Fool and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So pulling back love and that compassionate energy that you bring to the table has made this person finally realize that they have purposefully been keeping people at a distance, purposefully avoiding the growth and change they're supposed to go through, and denying their purpose. So now the universe is saying you have this opportunity. Are you going to step up, or are you going to continue to do the same old? Because like that's boring. King of Pentacles. Are you going to pursue a more stable life, or are you going to stay with the low vibrational folks? Knight of Cups, Five of Swords in reverse. This person is traveling to make amends. We have Strength in the reverse, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and Queen of Pentacles. I know I messed up before. I know I didn't have the emotional maturity or the control over my emotions that I should have. But what if I've gotten there now? What if I could do that now? They're taking this advice that they got from the Hermit and running with it. They're worried though. Lovers is in the reverse. They feel like you would never choose them. They feel like they have to tell you the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and answer every question that you have. They might have to move. They do feel like they need to get away from the friends that have been a negative influence on them. So when they come to visit you, not only will they be sharing emotions, I think they will also be sharing that they are changing up their social community, changing up their life, maybe even getting a different job. So I would expect communication, because this person is realizing it's now or never, and they don't like the idea of being heartbroken over you for the rest of their life. All right. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you in the next reading. Toodles.